A very good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
I heard that you just completed your session. So when it comes to a motivation, all of us has an all different kind of express that what are the things that has been going to be said, right? So I'm not here. We'll be going to do a philosophy to you. I'm not here. We'll be just telling the big things, like a terminology which we say is in medical terms, right? I'm not here to give you a huge dose of medicines, but I am here to discuss with you, interact with you, and just as a friend, as a guide, we'll be having an interactive sessions. It's a pleasure for me always to be here. The Dean of GMERS Medical College, Sushil Kumar sir, always invites me when the first lot of batch is there in the campus. First of all, I would like to congratulate to each and every one of you, because what you decided, what generally happens is, even I too run a university with 7,000 students in my campus. I have more than 64 plus professional courses going on in the campus. It's a huge campus with the hostel itself inside the campus. You are lucky that you attempted for MBBS and you got the admission. So first of all, I congratulate all of you. You can clap for yourself. Try to appreciate yourself. Keep on doing this, right? Keep on doing this. Try to appreciate your own self. It's like the dialogue that goes in Three Idiots. कि ये आदत डालो बहुत काम आने वाली है. Within this 4.5 years of your MBBS, it's going to help you a lot, because plenty of students, after completing their needs, after doing all other things, they have gone from year to year, places to places. They have tried a lot, but still they could not have made to get admissions in MBBS, and after that they have to give the plan B and they go to something else, into the paramedicals or anywhere. But what they have decided, somehow they could not make, right? So you all are fortunate enough. At the same time, you are blessed that you got the admissions where you have dreamed of, where you have decided. But now the journey begins. Up till now, what you did till your 12th standard was compulsory, right? Because that the school, everyone has to do it. We all need to study all those things, whether you take science, commerce, whatever, but that wasn't compulsory thing. Now, wherever you are, this particular tagline is going to stay with you, with your name, as long as you live. Doctor, if you have a particular specialization, it's going to be throughout your life. So it's a very important decision that you have made. One of the major decisions of your life. Your parents would have started telling you doctors right from the day one. Or even they would be telling to all those people who are staying nearby them that my son, my daughter is in a particular medical college and they are studying MBBS. It's such a proud moment for them. That's why I congratulated you. But remember, the journey begins from this particular day. By taking an admission, by getting into a good college, it's not enough. Each and every day will be counted from this moment. I don't know since how many days the college has been started. Since how many days you all have started coming here?
5 days.
5 days? Okay. So it's just that you have stepped in and you have entered into this medical field. A very noble profession, right? A long journey that you have to go. But remember, whatever you do it with passion, do it with interest, and at the same time, try to find out something that no one has done before. Make sure that the touch of a book cannot be replaced by screens. A touch of a doctor cannot be replaced by robots. Doesn't matter if technology is there in the market, even by the time you will complete your MBBS, some new technology will be there in this particular field. But make sure you try to adopt it in a smart way. We are the one who are making the technologies. Whether you use AI, whether you use multiple amount of technologies, all those revolutions that has been coming out in these days, but a human touch cannot be replaced by any single technology. Remember that. Yesterday only I shared on my social media a very beautiful speech that was being given by one of the lady in Alliance, our making a good citizen. It's a group and it's a huge channel. It's on in British, where they had this conference. She spoke very nicely that the best thing that can happen in the classroom, it's only a teacher. You have a huge screen, you have a very big classroom with equipped facilities that you all are enjoying right now, a comfort chair, a huge screen that has all the graphics that your teachers are going to be showing you while they are taking their lectures. But the best thing that can happen in the classroom, it's only a teacher. And from that only I'll begin that when you go on to become a doctor, doesn't matter how big the hospital is, how good the equipment is, how good the operation theater is, but the best thing that the patient can only be held or have a sense of satisfaction is a good doctor. So try to be that. First aim, sitting on this particular chair, embarking on this journey, you will be have many late nights and early mornings. When you will begin, when you year after year, because I have few of my friends, those who have completed their MBBS and now successfully they are leading to their lives. I know whenever we used to meet in any of the functions or events or even at the reunions, whenever they used to get time, they used to take rest. Because they always say that we hardly got time, because when the years will pass on, the things will be like you have to have your practical sessions, you will be in the hospitals, you will be treating your patients, at the same time you will be doing your assignments, you will have all your stuffs to be done. But make sure that you have chosen this path. Has anyone forced you? Then you can raise your hand. Those who are sitting over here, if any single person has ever forced you to choose this field, then from this particular moment you can raise your hand and please don't do it. But it's you, right? You have chosen this field. You have chosen this noble profession. A teacher, a doctor, these are the people who don't just do their job. And even all are jawans of our armed forces. These all fields are the one where you get the blessings and best wishes from each and everyone, those who are connected with you. I've seen few years ago, I heard a video of one of the famous cardiac surgeon, Dr. Devi Shetty. You can search his name. He resides in Bangalore. He told that a doctor first what he needs to do is, doesn't matter what the hell of the situation a patient is going through, but as he or she enters your room, sitting in front of you, first of all, a sense of satisfaction that has to be given by a doctor with a simple smile. A smile of hope. A smile that creates an hope in a patient that, okay, it's okay, don't worry. Take their hand in your hand. Put a hand on a shoulder and just tell them, don't worry, I am there. You can help 50% of their problem, doesn't matter what it is. It's not that you don't have to use your medical terminology, or he or she, if they're supposed to be operated, they have to be. But this is the gesture that gives a sense of satisfaction to your patients. Right? So you are going to be you are going to play a very important role in the coming years. Right? Wherever you are not just going to help yourself, but even to each and every person of the society. So make sure that every moment from today or from the day you stepped in into this campus, every moment should be taken very seriously. It's a college life, so it's not just going to be that you always get into the books or put your head down in the books, even at the same time live your college life. Right? Make more and more friends. Hardly you would be knowing anyone, all of you right now, because since few days you are here in the campus. So few of you who might have taken admission together or came from the same city or who would be knowing each other earlier, then you would be knowing each other. Otherwise, hardly you would be knowing each other, because since 5 days you are here in the campus. But I urge you that make sure this friendship is going to be the lifelong friends. As I come from one of the prestigious school of India, the Rajkumar College, Rajkot. If anyone would have heard the name, the legacy of that school, it's 150 years old school, started in 1878. Right? So the school song says that school friends are lifelong friends. Right? So whatever friendship you will make here, try to learn between the lines apart from textbooks. And from all the experience, keep your all awareness open. Right? Make sure you always remain in a presence of mind and try to adopt things that is not there in the books or apart from books. You keep on researching in your particular field. This is what going to make you different from everyone. My main target for today's lecture or the talk is that just imagine completing an MBBS and moving out of a campus at the time when you all will complete your MBBS. Just think about Gujarat. Right now, forget about India. Just think about Gujarat. How many number of students at the same time will complete the MBBS that you are going to do? First. Second, why you? Ask the question to yourself. As a doctor, why a patient should be there, or why a patient should. Why I am telling all these things? Because I have a trust, and when you have completed these things, now also you are going to get succeed in your future. So already I am considering you as you have gone on to become a doctor, right? But why you? There will be the sessions where you are going to be there in the hospitals, where you are going to meet the patients, when you are going to hear their problems. At that particular moment, at that particular time, make sure that for yourself at least, you create a legacy or leave an impression that by the time you leave your training or internship or whatever you say, the patient, at least when you are not that round, I tell to each and every, even I run a paramedical course in my campus. I have Ayurvedic, homeopathy, nursing, veterinary nursing, all those courses are going on in my campus. Even to the students I tell all the time that when you are not around, when you are on the internship and you have met with any patients, and when you are not around, at least they should once ask someone that where that particular doctor is. Why? Because not just the disease that you have cured, you are the one who had a patience to listen. A patience that you had listened to that particular person who is suffering from something. And especially when I interact with the students of nursing, I keep on insisting and keep on telling them all the time. Why? Because they need to do this thing more often. When a student is there in the field of nursing and they are doing their part, and most of the time they spend with the patients and they have to hear so many things. And the first thing that has been taught to them is that the things that your patients tell you should be there within you. That's the trust. Because at that particular moment, when a person is lying on a bed, at that time he or she wants to convey so many things. Because sometimes a fear of recovery that comes within them, that whether they come out or not, what the situation is going to be. So at that particular moment, they trust 110% to the person who is next to them, who is taking care of them, and which in a very short period of time become very close even apart from their family members. So whenever, as a doctor, if a patient has to share anything with you, make sure that it's within you only. Even is an experience also you won't discuss with anyone. And you know what happened today? A patient came, he or she was going through this situation. Then I made them a comfort and I asked them, don't worry, you will be fine. It will be like this, it will be like, don't do that. Because that person, and I keep on reading, that's why a very good book that I'm reading right now that says the top 5 secrets of dying people. And the lady who wrote this book, she had a different experience of a nursing when she had been to different patients, and so many things that has been shared in this book, right? So the first step is, it's your responsibility, because sometimes these machines don't only work, that psychological effect also works, right? We have heard that during the time of COVID, people, those who suffered from it, but many of them lost their life because they lost their willpower, the courage to fight against the disease. Those who have never been to the hospital, those who were afraid to take off injection, those who had a phobia of going to a hospital. We must have heard this word, right? Sometimes even when we see blood, we get a phobia. So those people, those who have never been to the hospital throughout their life, as they entered in that situation, they could not control themselves. They went on thinking, overthinking, hypertension, all those things came on the mind. It's not just that was the one disease that has affected. Plenty of multiple situations where that has affected an individual, right? So at that time, we didn't know who the doctor is. We didn't ask for his name or her name. We didn't ask for the surname, right? We didn't ask for the color. We didn't ask for the culture. We didn't ask from which religion he or she belongs to. The only thing, the humanity in the entire lifetime, I don't know, it would have been earlier, but in the entire lifetime since the existence has taken place, I could say the humanity that has been seen, or the human have behaved like a human, I think that was the only time. Because even if you don't know who the person is, but if you just heard by someone that that particular person got COVID-19 positive, then we would say that, God please help him. He or she should not suffer. That the thing used to come from our mouth. At that time, humanity came into existence in a real sense, right? So we all know that the situations of a doctors, why I'm telling you these things, because sometimes in such situations, you have to keep your calm. At the same time, you have to bring that smile on your face, not a plastic smile, but a smile that cures your patients. You are going to be the healers in the coming years. And I would suggest that don't just get satisfied with your graduation. Go on a specialization. And that too, a specialization where it helps you, or it could be more challenging. Doesn't matter, even it's more challenging. And that's why I gave you this background, and then coming to that point, that why each and every moment should be counted, because I'm coming to that point when I told that just imagine how many number of students will be passing out by the time you will complete your MBBS. At the same time, just Gujarat, all over India, it's going to be a huge number of students, right? So you just want a doctorate degree that has to be hanged on a wall at your place, and you and your parents can say that my son and my daughter has completed MBBS? Or you want your name should be recognized as a famous surgeon, or as a famous any of the field that you choose, Now that's a question that you have to ask yourself. And from that question, your journey begins. And for that, that's why I told that the use of technology. Go into the research, at least for your subject, in the field in which you are. Now it's you have to decide that are you a product who's going in the machine. That means you are coming to the campus every day, putting this bag on your shoulder and going out like a product that goes out from the machine, so that you goes out to the campus when the college hours is over. Now that's the first choice. Do you want to continue like that throughout your MBBS? Or by the time that particular day, say for example today, you got up in the morning and when you went down to sleep, at least a sense of satisfaction you want to take for yourself that something different I have learned in the field in which I am. So this is the question that you need to ask yourself. For that you can use Google. For that you can use any of the softwares, any of the applications, anything that you want. So this is how you can spend your time on screen. Right? This is how you need to learn yourself. They are saying that now the machines are being made where you can go and you can sit inside that machine. The whole body will get diagnosed. Right? Have you seen these kind of things? You have heard something like that? That technology is taking place in such a way that the machines are being made, our room has been made. They'll diagnose your body. They'll do all the research, what are the things that what faults you have in your body, and they'll prescribe you the medicines along with that, accordingly that what you are supposed to be. But at the same time, do you feel that only that machine is enough to cure an individual? Okay, for the diagnosed it's okay. But to heal the patients, we need a doctor. Right? So I urge to all of you that from this particular day, at least for yourself, go into the more and more research, because right now this is the perfect time where you can find time for yourself. It's not that everything is over. It's not that all the medical terminologies and all the researches and new technologies that has been already being researched and innovated by someone else, so now there isn't any opportunity for something new. There's always an opportunity. Always is going to be, even after 5 years, some new technology will be there in the market. Even after 10 years, something new is going to be there in the market. Even after 15 years, it's going to be there in the market. Doesn't matter even for the how long years you keep on practicing. Otherwise, those doctors, those who have been practicing from 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, but still they believe that we need to adopt new technologies that is coming. And how that new technology is coming? Someone would be researching on that. Someone would be working on that. A doctor who remains busy for the entire day in the operation theater would get time to do all the research. If 1 out of 10 who is so much enthusiastic can do it. But sometimes it's not easy. It's not because they don't want to do it, but they don't get time from them. Of course, all of you and of course all of them also have the family with whom they have to spend their moments, right? Then who are the ones who is bringing out this technology? Who is bringing out new theories? Someone would be doing research. Why can't you be one of them? That's my question. We take like that in this particular country, these things are. We were proud when our country made a vaccine during the time of COVID. And when these things was done, I think 50% the dedication and the participants that was being given was by women. If you all have heard that this is the reality, then we were proud at that time. Then why can't we continue the same thing? Why can't you, sitting out over here, can think of that thing that by that time or even in future, I bring something new to this field that has not been done by anyone else. And doesn't matter even if you get succeed or you not, but that journey will change your life. And now that's the thing that you have to decide from this particular moment. You just want to sit in the classroom like everyone does and move out of the campus like everyone is doing, or you want to do something that people remembers you. And what will happen? Even if you don't get succeed, what will happen? I've heard somewhere a very learned person told once that even if you want to fail, make sure you fail in an area which you love the most. You will have a satisfaction that the field was being chosen by me. Right? Why can't you come with that research? From this day, ask this question to yourself. I'm not here just to give you the goosebumps and I'll go after an hour and I'll be doing my routine work, you'll be doing your routine work. Because a perseverance for the motivation speaker has always been different, right? It's not that when someone comes and tell you the motivation stories and you think that I'll be in the jungle and I'll fight with lion. No, I'm not here. That has been the perseverance for the motivation speakers all the time. But that's the one won't force you to climb a mountain within the fraction of seconds, but sometime to take a single step ahead, you need someone to support you, to motivate you. And that's why this kind of moments of the lectures are being organized and being told you and will be hammered to you all the time that you are going to be there within your MBBS by the time you finish your graduation, right? So I want is that all of you, right now 75-80 of the students, those who were sitting over here, at least one of them or all of you or whomsoever decides that I will go into more and more research and innovation. And once you get deep into that, you won't get time for doing all other rubbish things. You won't make your life rubbish. Once you get into this research and innovations. And most important, especially when the time will pass on, exams will come, the things will change, you'll get a sense of tension about your curriculums, about your exams. But remember, you are going to be the doctors. You are the one who is going to set the examples. I urge to each and every one of you, make sure that never ever single shortcut has been taken by yourself. At least you can promise that to yourself, not to me or to anyone else. But do promise to yourself, you won't get into drugs. You won't get into any kind of stupid stuff. Just by saying that a lot of tension is there and I have to release it and a lot of work pressure is there and this and that and no such stupid things. You won't ever go into that. Remember, as I said earlier, plenty of students are struggling right now to still get the admission. Still one more round is going to be happen, right? Still plenty of students are searching for the colleges, applying every now and then, trying to get admissions wherever they can. They all are doing all these things and you have already passed that exam. Apart from your NEET, you also passed that stage and you are sitting over here. So you are actually blessed and lucky and your hard work has also paid off. But now, shortcut there is no option. Error of margins are not there. So what you need to do is just work hard, give your best, and rest the things will be taken care of. When you show your attempt, your attitude, and all these things I am telling you right now, it's not because that I know all those things. I always still believe that each day I learn. Each day I learn something from the other. I read a book called Attitude is Everything. Such a wonderful book that I read. And all these things that I'm saying you right now about that attitude had been mentioned over there in that book. Never speak negative for yourself. Why? Because the words that has came out from your mouth, you think that I have spoken negative in a sense that યાર આપણા માટે તો એ બહુ અઘરું છે એ આપ ડોક્ટરનું કામ એ થોડું આપણાથી થાય આ તો પછી એ સ્કોલર સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ જ કરી શકે. Any negative comment about yourself or anyone else, make sure that you don't make, because what will happen by keep on repeating, that becomes your habit. Even you don't know. In your subconscious mind, it keeps on going all the time. Even if you are failing or you are passing, but always be positive for yourself. That yes, I am going to do it. I will do it. I'll do the best. So you have two options. Either you tell someone what you are doing. It's difficult. First, if you can't have a self-control, then don't keep on telling everyone what you are about to do. Right? Because it's being said that when you are taking new initiative, shut up. When you want to do something new, shut up. When you are trying something new, shut up. Unless and until it's done. Then let everyone comes to know that what you have done. Second is, if you want to start an initiative and you are telling someone, then the positive part, what becomes is that after that it's a compulsory, that becomes your responsibility, because you have announced to everyone that I'm going to do this. So if you have that courage, that after telling to someone that I'm going to take this initiative within this period of time, within this month, this year, then that becomes a responsibility that I have spoken those words. If I'll not do right now, then the questions will be raised that you were saying so loudly, so proudly. So so two things, like when we say to that, when we saw that movie, Dangal, right? The commitment that we came to know at that particular time, that the part when Amir Khan has his body, when he has to gain the weight, he showed that part early. If you know the story, how many of you know this story? Are you aware about this? In that particular moment, in that particular movie, the part in which he has gained his body as an overweight person, a father of a daughter who is taking part in a wrestling, so the part in which he has to gain his body, what he told to the director, that let's shoot this thing first, so that I will have an aim, an option to reduce my body. After that, so what they are doing, that the part which is there in the first half of the movie is being shoot afterwards. And for that, day in and day out, he hasn't missed a single minute, going to the gym, taking training from his trainer, and again he got that lean body. Now, do you think it's as easy as we are talking right now? If we had to go for the gym, one day prior we think that as if we are like an Arnold, but in morning we decide that okay, yeah, we'll start from Monday. Yeah, let's give today, right? It happens. It's in human nature. So the amount of dedication, the mindset. Why I am giving you examples from a different field, but I want to feel you that your mindset will make you a doctor. It's not just this medical field that is going to make you a doctor. Your mindset will allow you to go on research. It's not that I am here right now who is giving you a lecture, and after within an hour you will start scrubbing the books or searching on internet or finding new things, and you will go on to do the research. It's your mindset that is going to allow you to do that. It's your mindset that is going to force you to be the best doctor or a doctor. Right? To be the best surgeon or just a surgeon. It's you who are going to decide all these things. And that's why I'm giving you this kind of examples, that whenever people has recognized anyone, it's not just that they have been an ordinary person. Right? Because they had that mindset to do something which has been not done by anyone before. And why I'm telling you right now, these all things are going to come into your practice, into your existence when time will pass on. But at that particular moment, whether we meet again or not, we don't know. We are going to be in touch again or not, we don't know. But if the words has been told to you, somewhere in your life, you'll get or you'll remember when you are sitting alone and you feel that I want to start all these initiatives. Even I would feel that being here today and interact with you would give me the sense of satisfaction that I have made a change, at least in an individual life. So the mindset keep a very, very, very strong mindset in any damn situation, right? Your confidence will make you a doctor. Your perseverance will going to make you a doctor. Your attitude is going to make you a doctor. Your intention is going to make you a doctor. Your desire is going to make you a doctor. Your decisions is going to make you a doctor. Right? Just being in a medical college will not make you a doctor. Remember this. And just to have a name as a doctor in front of your name, this tagline. Plenty of people have this tagline. But why the one that you carry should be an important one? Do ask this question to yourself every day. So these are the things that you need to implement each and every day. It's not this a serious moment that we are sitting and you hear and you forget and you, as the earlier I said, you are in your college life, do enjoy that also. Right? There would be events, do participate also. At that particular moment, when you are supposed to enjoy your moment, don't just get your head down in the books and waste your time. Those moments are not going to come back. But remember, as I told you, there isn't any shortcut. So in the way of enjoying your life, you don't end up in a rubbish way. Make sure of this right now, because one wrong step, and I heard this from one of a very learned person, that a person who was very much scholar during his school, got more than 90 marks, 95 marks percentage, and in the terms of research and innovation, he was so innovative that even the NASA, this is the example of a real life person, I won't say the name, but this is an example of a real life person. This is not the story that I have read something on a book or a fiction story. This is the real story. NASA invited that person by the time he was still about to complete his graduation. Right? When he was in the third year of the college, he thought that now there is no need, like I have done so many things. A sense of pride, you can say. A bit of ego that you don't realize when you get it. So he thought that it's okay to enjoy life, and he took a shortcut. Right? What happens is, in a third year of a college, a person who used to get 90-95% got failed. His contract that was being made with NASA got cancelled. And for your information, that particular person could not complete his graduation. So since his childhood, a person who was getting so many good percentage went on to destroy his own life. Why? Because one thought that came in his mind, that what's the need? I'm getting all the success that I have dreamed of, or many of the youngsters like me who has already dreamed of. That sense of wrong attitude came in his mind and destroyed his life. So even I am telling you these things, that it might happen that when you keep on getting success, just thank to the Almighty and be down to earth, be calm, and try to be stable all the time. Right? A wrong sense of attitude, if it enters in your mind even a bit, will destroy. Won't allow you to reach to your goal that you, your family, and everyone has decided. So that's why I told that I am not here because I don't know any terminology of the medical field, but this, so I don't have the medicines that you are going to give to your patients, but these are the some of the medicines that I have, which I am giving you right now, might help at this stage. When morning you had your sessions from 9 to 11, and after hearing me, because your institute has forced you, right? You had to be on a break. You had, I think you had your break for some of the times you didn't have. Okay. So I won't take much of your time. I won't disturb you for the long time. it would be like when a wife says to that husband that I should not keep you wait for the long. Right? So I don't know how to do it any differently, but I would love to keep this session an interactive one. So rather than just me standing over here and speaking to you, if the questions that you have in your mind, I would love to answer those questions. I would love that if you students get involved in the interaction, what you are thinking, what you are going through, what you have decided, how you are going to do it. If this kind of things, if your questions, your interactive answers, then it would be more effective for this session. So I wish that any one of you would like to say your questions, your desires, your dream, you have anything to share. How you got admission over here and you got into this medical field, when you felt that you could get into this MBBS in a medical field and you could become a doctor. Someone have motivated you, or you yourself got motivated, or someone in your family is a doctor. It might happen that the legacy needs to be taken forward. So anyone from your side would like to share anything, would like to tell anything, don't just sit here and look at each other's face that who is going to raise with their hand first, then I'll do. Sometimes opportunity do get missed by looking at someone, right? So never follow a crowd. It will always take you to the nearest exit. If you follow a crowd, we have been in the movie theaters, right? So when we follow the crowd, where we are going to reach? To the exit. So don't keep on looking at each other that who is going to raise their hand first and then I'll come forward. Have a courage to speak. It's just that you are going to speak, and you are not going to speak in front of the entire city. You are going to speak over here in a packed room, right? So any one of you would like to share, you would like to say anything, I would love more to interact with you people, and I would love this session if it becomes an interactive one. Anyone would like to share anything, any questions, anything, please do raise your hand, and you are free to discuss anything that you want. Any one of you, please. I expect some of you would raise your hand and say something. No one? Not a single question? No one wants to share their journey? Not a single person who wants to tell something? Anyone? Any student? Come on, come up and speak. At least have that courage to say something. I would love to be this session and keep this session an interacting one. So I wish that any one of you would come forward and speak how you got into this journey, or randomly I could ask anyone. You want me to do that? You want me to ask any one of you how you are going to get through your journey, how you are going to be in this medical field, how you are going to survive, or any other questions that you have, any anxiety from which you are going through, anything that you want to share, anything that you want to ask. We won't get this time again. We won't get this peace time again that we are discussing right now. As the time and years will pass on, I think as months will pass on, we could say, right? So anyone, any questions, anything that you want to share? So I should also feel that I'm talking with humans, you know? You got the sense of smiles that I used to see on your face, so I could understand that whatever I have told, you have understood well. But I would enjoy a lot if I get a response from your side too. But if anyone has any questions, I one time would be available on my social handles. You can search Parth Kotecha and you will find those videos. Even my YouTube channel is also there. I run a podcast channel too, and for the students community, anytime, any questions, anything that you have, so you can ask me. I would be great, feel great to helpful to any one of you. And I wish that in this coming years, you make a better change in the society that we are living right now, make a better place. And whenever you get time, even keep on doing the social work. Go to those patients who cannot afford, go to those people who cannot come to the hospital. Sometimes just making money won't give you the satisfaction, but healing someone will definitely do. So make sure that whenever you get an opportunity, you go to the old age home, you go to those people, you go to those children who are not being blessed like a normal persons that we are right now. So make sure, because a beautiful line that was being written on one of the orphanage house in Calcutta, that the world is going to try to pull you down, but you be nice anyway. People will ask you the questions and raise their fingers on you, but you be nice anyway. They'll try to pull you down, but you be nice anyway. As a doctor, remember all these things. Your patients might get angry, might get frustrated, might throw their frustrations to you. You be nice anyway. So it was a pleasure for me to be here among you students. I'm once again very much thankful to your Dean, Sushil Kumar sir, that he invited me today over here. And every time in an orientation program, wherever I get an opportunity, I always being here in these institutions, and it gives me a set of satisfaction that students, those who are going to pass out their MBBS, at least one or two things, if they remember, they keep in their mind, they carry with themselves throughout their life, and would be a huge sense of satisfaction for me. So it's not I am the one who has came here and just delivered a lecture to you, but I feel privileged and I am thankful to all of you that because of you students, I got an opportunity, and always keep this nature to thank someone. The small gestures of your life will give you the happy moments, right? Otherwise, if you, a very funny story, but that gives you an attitude of a life. An old man goes to a barber, and he has very few hairs, which you can recognize from far distance. So a barber is teasing him by telling, "Then uncle, should I cut it or I count it?" And that old man says, "Color it." Right? So those beautiful moments, small gestures of life will allow you to be happy. So during the time of your journey, during the time of your internship, as an intern when you go, make sure wherever you get time, apart from the tense moment, keep on smiling. Keep on cracking jokes. Don't just, if there is a serious moment, if someone should be there from you, is making that moment a lighter one. Right? Make sure that you don't become a serious doctor who hardly smiles at patients. Right? Don't become a doctor that if a patient has just got a cough, but he or she gets into a heavy fever just because of your look. Right? So don't be that serious doctor. Have a smile on your face. You look very beautiful when you smile. In whatever situations you are, always say, all is well. Right? And everything is going to be well. So throughout your journey, there will be many ups and downs that you are going to face. But remember, you be nice anyway. Thank you so much for being so patient. You all have been very kind, listening to me very kindly. From 9 o'clock, you were busy with your sessions. I think it's 12 right now. We took more than one hour, I suppose. And it's an honor for me to be here with you, all doctors. That's what I'm quoting right now. It's a pleasure for me. Anytime, anything, it would be my pleasure to interact with you. And I wish that towards your clinic, towards your hospital, not as a patient but as a well-wisher, and do visit to our. Thank you very much. Thank you.